YouTube, welcome in. It is time for the second episode of Ecks Squad Talk Show, and I am here with RoCkstar
What up? What up?
and Steve-O this time.
What's up?
And Austin was feeling under the weather, so Steve-O has joined us for this week. Hopefully next week we'll have all four of us. But for this week we have once again three topics, and we're gonna start with Steve-O's topic of the greatest intercontinental championship match of all time, and I guess we'll go with
Way to
Rockstar.
way to spoil it for him. Well, I mean, why not just wait? Wait till he says it, and then boom, we know the topic.
He's just trying to
Spoiler alert:
with just
Devo's
help people
topic is
trying to stay on the same format, sir. So what do you got, Rockstar?
oh, am I going first
Yeah,
or
you,
Steve going first?
you can go first.
All right. What was my topic? Oh yeah, there we go. So, in your opinion, who will be the 2025 NFL MVP? My
Great
opinion on
topic.
it's a if we're cutting right into it like that, um, I don't know. I might be a little biased with my option, but I think that
Hold
Drake
on,
May
hold
is
on,
going
hold
to
on,
get
hold
it.
on.
He is in my personal collection whenever it comes to football cards, and just the way he's been playing is amazing for a second year. My follow up on it, I'd probably my second pick if Drake May doesn't get it. The way that Jonathan Taylor's been running, I'd have to probably lean it towards him, especially if he is able to, carry the Colts into a playoff picture, and especially if they can go further than that for the first time in umpteen years. It's one of those things that he's definitely been playing great, but if Drake May still plays the last several weeks of the season and the play like he has been, without a shadow of doubt in my mind, Drake May will be our 2025 MVP.
All right, I'll go next on the MVP race. Even though I was trying to get your answer to Steve-O's topic there, but
Oh, my bad. Well, we'll just mix it all up. We'll go in the
Yeah,
reverse counterclockwise order this time.
there you go.
all right, my pick for MVP. I think it should be Jonathan Taylor. He's just leagues above everybody else right now when it comes to like stats and even how the team is doing. The only problem is he's not a quarterback, and it's very hard to get the MVP if you're not a quarterback. So I actually think I'm going to agree with you and say Drake May. I think Drake May is going to end up getting the MVP. Uh, Close second though is Matthew Stafford. He's been balling out. Uh, he's been balling out, but I think Drake May is just doing that much better. On to you, Steve.
All right, man. I'm gonna actually have to agree with Rockstar on his first option of Drake May being the MVP this season. I agree with him. He's been having an amazing season. I mean, his completion percentage, his touchdown ratio, his interception ratio. I mean, yeah, he's had a couple of bumpy games here and there, but when it comes down to it, when you think about it in the end, he's been playing some amazing football. And I like one thing that I'm seeing from him this year a lot more is, and I love it because you rarely saw this when Tom Brady was around, is the kid loves to scramble with the football. He loves to run. He's got great feet when he scrambles for the football. Yes, a couple of times, don't get me wrong, he scared the shit out of me on the field. Like, oh, he's going to get hit and hurt. Here we go. But, other than that, I got to agree with you guys on that one. And yeah, I'm going to agree with you on the second one, is I agree. Jonathan Taylor is second runner up for me. His his running this season has been outstanding, amazing. Like, he definitely deserves it if Drake doesn't get it. But I do think in the end, your 2025 MVP for the season is going to be Drake May.
Alrighty. So we all agree with Drake May. Number 10. I also think that the Patriots going to make a deep run in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl. Don't quote me on anything
No,
like that, but they are definitely going to make a deep run in the playoffs.
I say the AFC Championship.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot then. Who's going to beat them?
The only team I can see them losing to right now, I would have to say, is, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I
I
can
think
agree. I think
they need
the
to-
Broncos are.
I feel like the Broncos just aren't as good of a team as the Patriots. I think the Patriots have a better shot at making the Super Bowl than the Broncos do. Um, but like
And
the
to me, the big
the
factor in
defense
it
of the
is
Patriots,
whoever has the home field advantage.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's a big difference between 5,500 feet and 0 feet. You know,
Exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
Oh, excuse me. So I think we'll actually move on to my topic, the topic I picked for this week, which is who is considered one of the goats when it comes to wrestling, who you don't think should be there. And I'm gonna go with the most controversial answer ever. And if anybody knows me, they already know I don't think this person is one of the greatest, and that's Ric Flair. Great talker, yes. Great in ring, yeah. I've never considered him a great in ring competitor. Um, his character his character is okay. Like there's nothing special about him in my opinion. He can talk and he can flop, and that's really all I know him as. I've watched him in old school WWF, watched him in
Hmm.
WCW, I've watched him in WWE. Um, I mean, I never watched him before his plane crash, but uh, yeah, that's my guy, Ric Flair. I don't think it's Dodge one.
I, I I do just want to let all the YouTube listeners know that, or watchers know that, we don't discuss our answers beforehand for the most part. So,
No.
it's one of those. It's more interesting to hear it, and all I can say to that response is, "Wow,
Yeah.
really?" That's all I can say. Wow, I was a Flair fan ever since I was a kid. Watching him win the '93 Royal Rumble
92.
was amazing, or '92 Royal Rumble. That was amazing because he walked in the way that, and I mean, it might have been the way that Heenan sold it as well, because the way that Heenan sold it the whole way through the match, that Flair's going to win, Flair's going to win. I had already
Yeah.
seen Flair before that and thought that Flair was one of the greatest. I was more a Flair fan than a Hogan fan back in, the mid '80s. So that's where my allegiance fell on that. So my response to Flair is, wow.
I was always a Hulkamaniac, but I was also I was also more of a Macho fan than Flair. But I understand why people put him up there. I just personally wouldn't.
To me, Flair's definitely in the top five of all time.
All right,
All
and
right.
who wants to go put their controversial answer next?
All right. Shit. You're probably not gonna like me for this one, but I mean, if we're gonna go with that, yeah. Even though Flair's not in my top five, um, you were right. He was excellent on the mic. He was. He was talented on the mic. In-ring performer, like you said. Yeah, a lot of his moves were sloppy. Like those back body drops that he used to take, man. I thought he was gonna break his back every time. He falls sloppy all the time. I mean, other than that, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he was the dirtiest player in the game. Absolutely. He deserves that. He earned that. He earned that with top honors. So, I mean, I would have to say I'm gonna have to say Shawn Michaels. And the reason why I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels is, in fact, because of the Montreal Screwjob. Yeah, you can have that face all you want. I knew you weren't gonna like me for this, but the fact of the matter is, it all goes back to the Montreal Screwjob. You think about it more and more, and all Bret Hart wanted to do was just leave with dignity. Leave with dignity. And he was gonna lose the title, but he wanted to leave with his dignity. And Vince could not give him his dignity. Vince was a no good asshole back in the day. He thought because he was a billionaire and he took over his father's industry. Yeah, he made it big. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm giving the man credit where credit's due. He made it big. But, you know, you don't treat a talented wrestler as much as Bret Hart is a talented wrestler. I mean, a lot of people may disagree with me, but he is a very technical wrestler. He is great in the ring. On the mic, so so. But he could handle his way in and outside of that ring. His father's Stu Hart. There's a man right there who trained him well, trained him in the Heart Dungeon. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say Shawn Michaels for me because of the Montreal Screwjob.
See, for
Shawn
me,
Michaels got everything handed to him on a silver platter.
like,
Bret Hart had to,
uh,
all he wanted to do was just earn. All he wanted to do was leave with his dignity, and Vince couldn't even give him that.
see, that's more Vince than Sean. I get Sean went along with it, with probably
Yep.
no, he
That
probably
to
didn't
me, that's more
all.
being wrong
However,
place at the wrong time.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I do agree with you on Bret Hart being one of the best. No doubt in my mind, Bret Hart was up there. He just couldn't talk.
In the ring.
Yes,
Yeah. In
Bret
the ring. Yep.
greatest in the ring, one of, maybe not the, I don't know, but
No, absolutely. I agree with you.
like Bret Hart is like the old school Shelton Benjamin, great in the ring, couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And once again, YouTube listeners, next week, with the answer that my friends here have given, well, this might just be a solo show on Rockstar CC Nonsense next week, and we might have some new guests. But wow, I mean, wow, Shawn Michaels. I mean, his, yeah, I don't want to go into what our next topic is as far as that because he's one of my responses to one of the upcoming topics we're going to talk
No, no,
about.
no. I mean, don't get me wrong.
But
I will.
to me,
I will.
Shawn Michaels was another one of those that was a great wrestler. Now he would be in my top 10
Yes, no,
just
he is in my
because.
top 10.
Shawn
He
Michaels
is
is
in
my
my top
number
10.
one.
Stop. He is. He is in my top 10. I agree with you completely. He was Mr. WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong. That match with
And
him and the Taker at WrestleMania was one of the greatest matches I have ever seen in my life. I
yeah,
have ever seen in my life. He will always go down as the top 10. But, I mean, hey,
I mean,
everybody's entitled.
yeah, exactly. For him to be the one that Ric Flair decided that he wanted to retire to in
Yeah.
WWE, you
Hmm.
know, to pass that torch on to him, that gave him a lot of credence, which I was a Shawn fan before that.
Right.
I loved I was a fan of Shawn Michaels back in the tag team with Marty Jannetty, and to me, the longevity that Michaels had in
Yeah.
his career is enough to spell out for him to be one of the greatest, and in my opinion, deserves to be one of the greatest for
Yeah.
the longevity. To be able to transition his character throughout the late '80s, early '90s into the Attitude Era to be, what he became. But yeah, I
Very
once
influential.
again, wow. And I'm sure that I'm probably going to get a draw drop from both of you whenever I give my answers. So, but yeah, I've had two draw drops so far.
Oh yeah, man. It is your turn, sir. Who you got, RoCkstar?
So, in my opinion, one of the goats of wrestling that does not deserve to be considered one of the goats. No, this is a wrestler you can see The Rock, Dwayne
What?
Johnson, in my opinion, is he? I saw him debut as Rocky Maivia. I gave a lot of credence to him being part of the Maivia family. When he
Right.
turned, that was a great turn. But
Right.
everything he does is stale. Everything, it's almost as bad as a John Cena match to where, oh well, you're gonna see this sequence, this sequence, this sequence, oh, and then a rock bottom pinfall.
Right.
So The
Wow.
Rock, in my opinion, is I was a Rock fan at the beginning, but then even after his transition into the what was it, the Authority? Is that what it was?
Final
Yeah,
boss.
even him through the Nation of Domination days, he was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then the, once he had joined McMahon, that was good, but from that point on, it was just boring. Always
Yeah.
has been, always will be.
See, you didn't get a jaw drop from me for The Rock because I do mostly agree with that. Like he was exciting when he was there. I don't think he was there long enough, and his matches just weren't top tier matches. Usually, it was all about storylines. And yes, one of the greatest talkers, though I don't understand why. Like if you go back and you listen to the things that he said, he didn't make any sense. It was just the way he spoke that caught everybody's attention. And him joining the Nation, that was my favorite time of The Rock. That and then when he came back as Hollywood Rock.
Yeah.
The
There
Rock.
you go. I can agree. I can agree with that.
To me, his most recent disappointment for me was I was going to give him some hope with the whole return that he had made last year and the whole build up with Cody, and then whenever he stepped out and was like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
It
too
was
good
just.
for this, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was before that. The like when he came in and he was gonna face Roman Reigns, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is fun. I'm excited. Oh, excuse me. I'm excited for it. And then all those damn Cody crybabies came in. No, you gotta finish your story, man. Who cares? I wanted The
I
Rock
mean, I would have
versus
loved.
Roman.
I agree with you. I would have loved to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. I would have loved to see it. Now, with The Rock and how arrogant he is at times and how stale he can be over and over and over again, would he? The question is, would he have really let Roman? Would he really have let Roman beat him?
I think he would have because he's family.
yeah, I think so. It would have been somehow Roman would have got the win, but it would have had to somehow make The Rock look good. It would have had to have been an interference by at that time, Solo, or maybe the debut of Hikuleo or Jacob or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been just like when it was it was Triple H versus Sting. It would have been
Yeah.
the Nation of Domination coming out and the Bloodline,
Yeah.
which I kind of
Yeah.
kind of that sounds exciting to me.
Well, and here, let's throw. I'm going to throw this out there because you had mentioned The Rock being one of the greatest talkers. It's just a real quick bonus topic. Um, who, in your opinion, is the greatest talker on the mic wrestling?
All right. Um,
Wait, hold on.
I'm
What
gonna
did
have.
you say? Who is the greatest talker on the mic? What? Because your mic started to give out, and I think you
Oh,
gave my
of
answer
all
right
time.
away. Oh, I'll let you go first on this one, Steve.
Uh, I'm gonna have to say. A lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but I'm gonna have to say John Cena. John Cena could tear somebody apart on that microphone. When he got in his way and he got in that zone where, like, let's go back to Doctor of Thugonomics. That was one of the best transitions that he could have ever done. And I've got to say, like, he has got to be one of my top guys. The way he destroyed Roman Reigns in that promo when Kurt Angle was the general manager and he told him, at my stage, I took the US title as an opportunity to introduce new talent like AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and all of that. He looked right at Roman, and the words that I remember that he said to Roman, and the look on Roman's face when he was done, when he said, "You took that U.S. title and you took it as a demotion." Like Cena could just destroy people on the microphone. If he was in that zone, that's it. You're done. You're done. If he got going, you're all done. I'm sorry. So for me, I'd have to say John Cena.
Let me disagree with that one. Uh, you want to go next, or you want me to go next, Rockstar?
I'll let you go next on that one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say James Ellsworth. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, Paul Heyman.
Ellsworth.
Paul Heyman to me is
He doesn't have enough
my.
chin.
That's like sweet chin music, um, or no chin music. But
So you said
for me,
Heyman?
it's Paul Heyman. Absolutely,
Well,
Paul.
he's a freaking master.
Well,
He's a freaking mastermind.
yeah, exactly. He's the mastermind. He's the puppet master. He is the goat when it comes to talking and when it comes to talking. Absolutely. I was gonna say managing, but I, we might get
I
that
have to,
topic a different week.
I'm going to completely agree with you on that because, like, when you kind of think about it, Paul Heyman, he's changed so many people's careers. He completely changed Roman Reigns when he turned him into the tribal chief. That was the move that Roman needed. That was the move that
I wish he could
he
have done.
needed. He needed.
I wish he could have done more with Curtis Axel, but I guess he didn't
Yeah,
do it.
that's true.
I was an Axel fan.
I mean, look at him. I mean, you still look at him today, Paul Heyman. Yeah, of course, I agree with you. But do you really want to work with somebody like Logan Paul?
No,
Like, really? Come on now. Like, he doesn't really belong in our industry, seriously. Yeah, he's great in the ring. He's talented with his moves, but, yeah, fly a drone up. Nobody cares. Like Cody said, nobody cares. Like, dude, you haven't been in this industry for the years that these superstars are put in this industry.
I'm
And you
gonna
come in here and you think
piece though.
owned everything. You earned.
He,
So I here over the last couple months, I almost want to gag when I say it, but Logan Paul has earned some respect for me just because he's putting the work in.
he really.
And to me, I can go through and appreciate that because, one of my favorite wrestlers that went through and started out as a reality TV star that has made his way and been in this industry for, 20 years
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
The Miz.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah,
so to
Mike.
me, The Miz went through and has definitely put in that work, and Logan Paul has, you know, stuck with it as well. He didn't go through make his appearance like all the, flash in the pan, one shot WrestleMania appearance celebrities
Yeah.
that
So,
wrestle one night and are gone. He's
yeah.
stuck with it. He's been training. He has put in some work. So
He
he's earned
All
my
right.
respect the past
fully
several months.
transitioned from
I agree
a
I agree
YouTuber
with you on that.
to a professional wrestler. Almost fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing better than Superhuman.
So who's the greatest talker to you, Rockstar?
Man, so I went through and I brought up the question. I hadn't really thought of what my answer would be because there's so many, and you used Heyman on it, which Heyman would definitely. He's in one of my top three on the mic. Um, and to me, I'll go with man. To me, Dusty Rhodes, I would have to say was great. Like, I mean, he was able to go through with each of his promos every time he was talking. He showed so much emotion with it.
He
And,
did.
maybe it was that slight lift that he had that went through
Yeah.
and brought it out in it to where you could go through and empathize, you know. But Dusty was great on the mic, and the son of a plumber, I think, isn't that what the famous promo that he cut?
Or how he used
But I,
or how he used to do that whole this smooth day. you know.
yeah, even when they had him polka dots in WWE there at the end of his career, he was still spot on the mic.
He was. He was. You're absolutely right.
I will agree that he is a great talker. Still, he's not in my top anything. Um, For me, he's another Ric Flair, but that's just me. That's just me. Don't come at me. Don't come at me in the comments.
That's all right. You know,
That's,
everyone's allowed to have their opinion, even if it's wrong. It's okay.
I mean, when you kind of think about it, that's kind of a low blow to Dusty over there, Bruce. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, that's kind of a low blow to Dusty that comparing him, to Ric Flair. I mean, I'm sorry, but
I,
I don't think he belongs in that category.
I don't know. My favorite road is Goldust, so that's I mean, that's already uh
Yeah, absolutely.
unpopular opinion.
I can agree.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I was more a fan of Gold Dust as opposed to Stardust.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Stardust was just a bad, bad, bad idea for Cody. That ruined him for a while in WWE. He had to leave after that. I mean, Stardust, really? No, no. I even
I
asked
mean,
myself, I was like, Cody, what are you doing?
everybody had a comedy gimmick at a little for some point.
Right.
Even Drew.
Well, not you don't. I mean, Stone Cold, not really. I
So
mean, maybe the Hollywood Blondes, yeah. Maybe
yeah.
as a blonde, yeah. That was kind of
wait,
a
no.
little comedy.
Stone Cold had a comedy gimmick when he turned heel during the Invasion era,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
because he was that cowardly heel and trying to suck up to Vince, and it was just weird. He did it well.
yeah, it was.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it was kind of weird for me. Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I definitely with Gold Dust, one of my favorite Gold Dust tag teams that he was with had got to be the Golden Truth.
Oh
Like
God, yeah,
I thought
that was just
Goldust and Booker T.
yeah. Gold Dust and Booker T was pretty good. I liked their rivalry.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like what they did to Goldust when they shocked him and made him go ah, 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 ah.
No,
Yeah.
no. When they
I
did
didn't like
that, yeah,
I liked the bizarre one.
yeah.
But
I mean, then you look. Yeah, I mean, you look at certain kind of things with Booker T, and then you go back to the supermarket brawl with Stone Cold. That was freaking
that was
was the greatest brawl
And
inside of a market I've ever seen.
oh absolutely.
yeah, it was just kind of like the McMahon with Stone Cold in the hospital was
With
one
the
of
back.
the greatest brawls. Yeah, the bedpan.
Yeah, that bedpan was hilarious. And then
Oh yeah, oh, that was great.
that night was the birth of Mr. Taco.
That was, yeah,
Mhm.
that was.
All right, on to the final topic, the main event. What is the greatest intercontinental championship match of all time? I'm just gonna go first on this one. Um, I went back and I watched three. It's very difficult to watch matches, like whichever matches you actually want on Peacock. I miss the WWE Network here in America. Um,
Hmm.
so I went back and I watched Randy Savage versus uh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from WrestleMania 3. I watched Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon in the ladder match from WrestleMania 10. And I watched Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre uh, from WrestleMania 39. Now, I mean, all great matches, definitely all in the top 5 to 10. But for me, it has to be Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, the ladder match, because that opened the doors for so much more. Um, it opened the doors for more ladder matches, for TLC, for just any rivalry just like that. Um, and of course, my greatest of all time, Shawn Michaels, uh, versus a very underrated wrestler in Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall, before he, started going down the wrong
Yeah,
path. But I thought that was an epic match. I remember that was my one of my favorite matches for a long time. Uh, honestly, the Gunther triple threat match from WrestleMania 39 was a very close second to me. Uh, very hard hitting, but I feel like just because like they was neck and neck, but it's because of what the ladder match opened up. It opened up
Hmm.
matches and TLC. So yeah, and Rockstar.
Well, I mean, for me, I definitely would say that the ladder match was one of the greatest since you took that one. Kaya wants to say hi. Sorry.
Hi,
Yeah,
buddy.
say hi, Kaya.
Okay.
Hey,
She's she every time that I record, she's got to get up here in my face.
Oh, yeah.
But since you're going with that one, the other match you mentioned was good.
Yeah, he kind of went in and out. I couldn't hear him.
yeah, he froze.
Yeah,
Rockstar froze. Oh, he's maybe back.
he might be back.
Oh, very slow. I think it's trying to catch up. You look frozen again, sir.
Yeah, look frozen, brother.
You might have to shut your camera off and come back. Oh, where's your mic? The mic is shut off.
His mic isn't.
How about now? There we go.
there,
Okay.
There we go.
there we go.
He's back.
Where
Rockstar's
did it
back.
cut me off? Because my phone rang. And
Right. Again.
oh, so it's a cliffhanger. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have no idea what you picked.
Oh, anticipation. Anyway, so what I was stating was that I definitely agree that the Razor ladder match was amazing for the Intercontinental title. But since you went with that, and then you mentioned the other one, the triple threat, I'm gonna go with the classic from WrestleMania 8, Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart.
Ooh,
Whenever Bret Hart won his second Intercontinental title, that match was a hard hitting match, and the end of the match where Piper was gonna hit Bret, and then the crowd convinced him not to go heel with it to stay face, and then Bret ended up getting the win in it for his second title was just that. We'll go with that as my favorite Intercontinental Championship match of all time.
I never even considered
Wow.
that.
No, I never even
Never even
suggested that
thought
one
of
either.
that.
Yeah, now that he just mentioned that one, that's like in my top five right there. That
Yeah,
match was absolutely insane. So yeah, I can see why that would be your greatest intercontinental match of all time. I can agree with you.
Little known fact about them two, they're actually cousins.
yeah.
All right, so for me, I watched a few matches myself, and I gotta say it came down to two for me, but I've got to say that my top pick is WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The way that those two superstars worked together inside the ring and outside the ring during that match was absolutely amazing. The chemistry they had between each other in the ring and just the way that they just kept switching moves and just going back and forth and just going head to head that whole entire match. It just ranks for me as the greatest intercontinental championship match of all time for me. My second had to have been Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart.
Was that the double turn?
The one where,
The
yeah,
one where he's bleeding
Yeah.
in his head and
yeah, he passes out.
I
he
thought that
passed
was
out
for
from the
the championship.
was it? It wasn't? I thought it was.
I don't know. I don't know.
Um, I thought it was for the Intercontinental Championship.
I have no idea. It may have been. It might not have been. I don't know. I just thought it was WrestleMania
Could
13.
be for the heavyweight champ. I might have been wrong, but that's a match that is just in
Oh,
my top right there.
that is a great match. Absolutely. Although Bret Hart can't really have a bad match unless it's against Goldberg.
True. No, Bret Hart never really could.
I was gonna say I'm trying to do some research, see which title it was for.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Thank
it's
you.
even for a title.
It might not have even been
I
for a
know
title.
it wasn't for a title. No.
Damn. All right, my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Yeah, the double turn is where Hart won the match, and yeah, it was just the double turn. But
If I
Okay.
remember
so
correctly, though, I believe we mentioned that last week as well. We mentioned
Yeah.
that.
Well, as you said earlier as well, I will say, of course, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels is in my top five. That's like number three right on my list. That match, that ladder match, like you said, did open up so much more opportunities for
Absolutely.
other superstars. You know, it did.
well then, let's expand on this a little bit more, just because I know we do got a few moments left here. Greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
I knew that was coming. I
Okay.
knew it was coming. I don't know if I have an answer
Oh.
right now.
Well, then I'll go ahead. I'll throw mine out. And I'm an old school wrestling fan, so I would say my favorite, or the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time's got to be Jerry Lawler's cousin, the Honky Tonk Man. He had one of the longest Intercontinental title runs for many years,
Yeah.
and just the way that he would do, like some of today's champions are able to get those underhanded wins by tucking the tail and running, and using the count out to retain the title. Yeah, he was just one of the greatest heels, not the greatest technician or wrestler, but performer and Intercontinental Champion. I would say that Honky Tonk Man would be number one in my opinion.
I thought about him. Steve-O?
All right. So greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Whew. I'm gonna have to. I mean, a lot of people can be shocked I'm about to say that, but I'm gonna have to go with Gunther.
Ooh,
I'm gonna have to go with Gunther, the ring general. He had a dominant reign when you look back at his reign. I didn't see, a lot of. I don't remember too many,
that.
cheating to get it out of it and to retain the title. Gunther was just a man of his word. Like he is just a brutal son of a bitch in the ring. He is those chops, man. I would not want to be on the receiving edge of those chops. That would literally stop my freaking heart.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
that man is a chop.
they're,
Whew.
they're near the beginning of his run. He did have a lot of help from well,
Ludwig.
Ludwig Kaiser, and that was back when Giovanni was still with them as well. And
I
in some of the tougher matches or the pay-per-view matches, there was a couple that he was able to get a victory due to their help. But yeah, for the most part, he did have a very dominant run, and I did like his run as well.
Yeah. But I will say, I completely agree with Rockstar. Honky Tonk Man is definitely on my list as like number two on my list for the greatest runs of all time. You're right. In the
All right.
Hey, maybe not. Homer and talent, absolutely.
So we have the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in Gunther, and the second longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in the Hunk Duck Man. I've been thinking about it through you guys talking. I thought of the Honky Tonk Man, but meh. I didn't really. I I wasn't paying enough attention to his reign. The only thing I remember about his reign was the very end, with the Ultimate Warrior squashing him. But for my thought for the greatest Intercontinental Champion, it has to be between Mr. Perfect and D'Lo Brown. I might be biased with D'Lo Brown because he's one of my favorite underrated superstars, but I actually think I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Perfect. Like I feel like he was the perfect mid card champion where he gave you great matches, whether it was underhanded tactics or not. Like he I think he started it being the workhorse championship, where everybody is trying to live up to him. But I mean,
Right.
I don't know if you
I
guys
agree with that.
agree with that or not. But
No, I
Yeah,
can
Kurt
completely.
Hennig was great as the
Yeah,
Intercontinental Champion as well.
absolutely. Even when he went to WCW, he's still great. Like, and that man will, yeah, absolutely. He's in my top five. How can he not be? How could Mr. Perfect not be in my top five for greatest Intercontinental champions? He's absolutely up there.
and I think D'Lo is just up there for me because, like I said, I'm a great. I love D'Lo Brown. He was always one of my favorites. He is definitely the greatest Euro Continental champion of all time. I don't know.
See, and during the time period when there was the Euro Championship, I wasn't watching all that much. I was just sort of getting recaps and whatnot. So, I mean, I'm familiar with D'Lo and when he was in the Nation,
Hmm.
and but then as far as his singles career, I didn't really catch much of. He never really caught my eye, so I can't really speak against him nor for him on it. But
Right.
definitely, yeah, Kurt Hennig, he was great
Absolutely.
Intercontinental Champion as well. And like you did say, he was one of those the best mid Carter wrestlers ever, where didn't quite have that spark to go, main
Oh,
belt, but
I
throw
think he did, but I don't think. I, I think Hogan was just too high up at that time era.
well, yeah, and at that point you had Hogan, you had Warrior, you had
It,
um
it was the bigger guy,
It
yeah,
was. It was. Yeah.
and Hennig was a leaner wrestler.
Right.
and Paul Orndorff is one of those wrestlers as well that I feel was should have been and back in the 70s he did have a couple world title runs, but not in WCW. One of my favorite matches is him and I want to say it was him and Cactus Jack at one of the old Halloween Havocs in a
Was an amazing.
basically a hardcore match.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was an amazing match.
I am
And that
unfamiliar with that match.
Gotta
Yeah, that
watch
because
that.
that was more near the end of his career to where, at that point, Cactus Jack was only, 7 years into the mainstream business. Orndorff was on his way out, and
Right.
Right.
it was a great match, all throughout the arena.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to watch that match. You have to seriously.
I'll add it to my list, and y'all should go back and rewatch that Gunther triple threat match because that was
Oh
an
yeah, that's a
amazing
great.
match as well.
Absolutely.
Um, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here for the week. And YouTube, put in the comments what you think of our predictions, our thoughts, what you think of what we said. Um, tell us who's on your list of people who don't belong in the GOAT conversation. Tell us your list of the greatest Intercontinental Championship of all time, Intercontinental Championship match and champion of all time. And who do you think is going to become the MVP of the NFL here in 2025? And I will link both of their YouTubes in the description below. See you in the next one.
Darn tootin' you will. Make sure to go check out Rockstar CC Nonsense here on YouTube. Till next time, y'all.
Later, people. Next time. Peace.